This last news story comes to us from VGC, written by someone over there, Tom Ivan. Switch 2 reportedly has magnetic Joy-Cons, might not support existing ones. Interesting. Excuse me. Long-running Spanish video games website Vandal claims to have received information about the console from sources at peripherals manufacturers. According to the site, Switch 2's Joy-Con controllers will attach the console magnetically. As current Joy-Cons continue to connect to Switch using a rail system, it's unclear if they'll be forwards compatible with the new console. The existing Nintendo Switch Pro controller will work with Switch 2, it's claimed. It's worth noting that prior to Switch's OLED reveal in 2021, Vandal accurately reported on some of the console's features, such as the inclusion of a new stand and an Ethernet port. VDC reported in February that Nintendo had internally delayed the launch of its next-gen console from this year to early 2025. One publishing source suggested the delay was so that it could prepare stronger first-party software for the console, while others have claimed the move was made to avoid potential hardware supply issues. VGC also reported last summer that development kits for Switch 2 were in the hands of key partner studios. Two sources VGC spoke to at the time suggest that the console could launch with an LCD screen instead of the more premium OLED in order to bring down costs, especially considering the increased storage need for higher fidelity games. Really, this is a short and sweet story. Magnetic Joy-Cons. How does that make you feel?
Weird. I'm still trying to figure out exactly how it would work.
I imagine there's extremely...
Wouldn't it just fall off?
There's extremely strong magnets out there. Like, there's magnets where, like, I used to have one back in the day. I forget where I got, like, a friend gave it to me, but I, like, stuck it to, like, the side of my truck and could not get it off for the life of me. Like, had to take a freaking, like, pry bar or, like, a little, like, chisel, like, at a sharp edge to, like, get under it and, like, pry it off. And yeah, there's strong magnets out there. But
there are, but also,
the thing is,
are they going to get those?
Oh, sorry. I was just going to say, like, magnets also degrade over time. Like, they lose their magnetic abilities and power. Not power, you know what I mean. The magnetic strength. It'll get weaker and weaker. So that's my biggest fear is like, all right, so at first it's going to feel so satisfying. It's going to make this nice, like, click as it, like, it snaps in. Oh, it's going to feel so good. And then after, like, a year or two of coming on, off, like constantly taking them on and off, man, that's going to be dead. And you're going to be holding it and it's going to, like, flop on the floor. Like, there has to be another way to secure it. Similar to, like, even the Switch now has rails, but then it also has, like, the lock that you, like, the button you, like, can click up at the bottom, right? Or kind of like,
right.
You don't do it. It automatically does it. Like, you slide it on and then there's, like, it's a two latch system.
It clicks.
There's a rail and there's a lock. They have to implement something like that, right? It can't just be a couple of magnets slapped on the side.
It can't be, because imagine me laying down in bed, right? And I'm playing and I have the Switch above my head, dude. And I move it the wrong way and the magnetic... It just plops right down on your face. Or what if you put it in your bag and it shifts around in your bag and then you go to take it out of your whatever, case you have it in, and the controllers are laying on the side because they came loose.
Right. Yeah. Just fiddling around your bag trying to find the dang controllers. Like, where'd they go?
Right. You're riding in the train or the car and you know what I mean? And there's a big bump, right? In the train or on the road. And then your hands go up and they come back down and boom, your main unit goes flying. So I don't think it's magnets in that sense. Maybe magnets in support of the traditional Joy-Con system to kind of help with rigidity. But yeah, I don't know what I don't think it's magnets the way I'm thinking, like I just said, where it'll just fall on my face, because that would be an idiotic design.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm trying to think of other implementations I've seen of, like, magnets as, like, a handle or a grip. And you don't see it very often. Or if it is there, like I said, there's also, like, another clip or something involved where, like, it's a satisfying, like, magnetic, like, snap, but then there's, like, either, like, a little, like, pinch, like a little, like, spring-loaded, like, click, like, oh, it's gonna claw, like, attached to it, like, click, or there's going to be like a switch or a button or there's some sort of spring-loaded switch or button or latch somewhere to secure, because otherwise, yeah, it's just you start raging, you get mad, like imagine playing Cuphead, you're like, yeah, you just kind of like, all it would take is just a little twitch of your wrist, it was a little wrist action, and then they come off and just it falls, like boom. It's busted,
or your unit just falls and blam right on the ground. So yeah, I don't think this is I'm not gonna say that there's not magnets involved, because there more than likely will be. I just don't think it's in the implementation that we think it is. I think it's going to be a traditional Joy-Con system, and somehow the magnets are going to help with strength and with stopping the console from wobbling. I don't know. We'll see when we get there, but I don't think it's just regular plain old magnets.
That's what my next question was going to be for you, because one of the other things in this article is talking about how Joy-Cons from the current Switch, according to this rumor, will not be compatible with the Switch 2 because of this new magnetic system.
Absolutely not. They will be.
Do you think
they want?
Okay.
There's too many Joy-Con. They're too expensive, and too many people have them, and they probably have too much backstock of them to just up and get rid of it. All right, Joy-Con are not going anywhere. Yeah,
that's kind of how I feel. It just seems wild. I mean, with every other console, they've pretty much moved on to a new controller system. Like, the only one I can think of, well, that's not true. Because, like, okay, GameCube to the Wii, the first iteration of the Wii had a GameCube built into it, and you could still use your GameCube controllers. Even Wii to Wii U, you could still use your, You could still use your Wiimote and nunchuck in certain games, right? Mm-hmm. I never had a Wii U, so don't have experience with that, but that's what I've assumed anyways. So they do, it's not unheard of for them to carry over controllers between generations, but there are hard breaks, like between Wii U and Switch. Obviously, like, there's nothing that carried over. Like that was a hard stop there. Even prior to GameCube, like, Nintendo 64, and that did not carry over at all to game. You couldn't plug your 64 controller into a GameCube or anything. Mm-hmm. So I don't know, but if this is going to be the Switch 2, like everyone's saying it is, it would be wild for them to be like, all that hundreds of dollars you spent on your Joy-Con collection, because people collect these things.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why I'm saying they're not going anywhere.
That'd be absolutely
$80 a pop, and you want me to just throw them away? Are you insane?
They would be monsters to do that. Oh man, yeah. I think you're onto something where it's going to be a mix of the old system and a new system, and so newer Joy-Cons might connect a little more snug, a little more securely, and have maybe more features, since you're like, okay, like the DualSense on PS5, like, oh, it has fancier features and stuff, better, it has super HD rumble in it instead of just regular HD rumble or whatever it is. Yeah, but I can't imagine them completely outright just being like, yep, sorry, peace. Good luck with all those Joy-Cons you got now.
I mean, I'm never going to put anything past them. I'm just saying it wouldn't be a great look. But sometimes they might think, oh, well, we're Nintendo, we can do that. They'll buy it anyway. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, that's the scary thing. You're right. Nintendo, sometimes they do their Nintendo thing, and they know people are going to buy it no matter what. We'll see. We will see, and we will be here to talk about it. That's for sure. You are. Yep. Staying tuned. We'll definitely be talking about Switch 2. That's for sure. Thank you so much for watching that clip from our podcast. Remember, if you want to watch the whole episode, the full episode, link will be in the description below. You can click on that and check it out. We got listener questions. We got more news segments. We got what you playing. We got a lot of fun things. So yeah, more than just the news. There's a lot more to the show that you should go check out. So remember, click that link in the description. Check out that full episode.